Hello, good morning, students. In the last class, we were discussing about peak hour factor after completing the traffic capacity. That is, maximum flow occurs when the speed is VSF by 2 and the density is Kj by 2, where Kj is jam density, that is given by 1000 divided by spacing of the vehicle. VSF is the free mean speed that will be calculated. K is equal to Q by V, that is Kj. K, small q is equal to average volume of vehicle, that is vehicle per hour. And lastly, V is space mean speed of vehicle in kilometer per hour. Then peak hour factor, this also to be considered. Peak hour factor, it is basically represent the variation in traffic flow within an hour. Observations of traffic flow consistently indicate that the flow rates are found in the peak. That is true also. A 15-minute period within an hour, only 15 minutes in an hour, is not sustained throughout the entire period, and that is why we need to use the peak hour factor. Normally on freeways, the peak hour factor values range from 0.80 to 0.95, 0.80 to 0.95. Now, passenger car unit. Already it has been said once, twice. Since in mixed traffic flow conditions, vehicles are a different type, shape and size. For example, starting from pedal cycle, scooter, bullock cart, bus, car, jeep, etc. These vehicles are required to be converted into the single unit known as passenger car unit PCU by multiplying those with equivalency factor. How it is being done, we will see. The different vehicle classes have a wide range of static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. Apart from these, the driver behavior of the different vehicle classes is also found to vary considerably. It varies very considerably. Therefore, mixed traffic flow characteristics are very much complex when compared to homogeneous traffic, and it is difficult to estimate the traffic volume capacity of roadway under the mixed traffic flow conditions unless the different vehicle classes are converted to one common standard vehicle unit. Therefore, it has become a common practice to consider the passenger car as the standard vehicle unit to convert the other vehicle classes, and this unit is called as passenger car unit, that is PCU abbreviation. Now, PCU value depends upon the several factors such as vehicle characteristics, transverse and longitudinal gaps or clearance between the moving vehicles, speed distribution of the mixed traffic stream, volume to capacity ratio. Other factor could be roadway characteristics. Regulation and control of traffic is another factor, influences the PCU value. And lastly, and also important, environmental and climatic conditions also will affect or influence the PCU values. Now, the different PCU values for different vehicles has been standardized by Indian Roads Congress. Equivalency, passenger car equivalency factor PCU as per IRC 86, as I said, IRC 86 1983, the different values have been standardized and tabulated and available in any books. standard textbooks. How they goes? First, motorcycle means two-wheeler, bicycle, scooter, two-wheelers, and pedal cycle 0.5. You have to multiply it by 0.5. Passenger car, tempo, auto rickshaw, agricultural tractor, pickup van is considered as unity, that is equal to 1, because we are based on passenger car value 1. Cycle rickshaw 1.5. Truck, bus, agricultural tractor trailer 3. Horse drawn vehicle 4. And lastly, small bullock cart and hand carts, it is considered as 6. Now, traffic surveys. Traffic surveys, you can see the members of the team work for survey are inquiring about the different questionnaires from a driver of a car which is moving on the traffic lane. Similarly here, you can see. Similarly here, traffic survey board also is being displayed or installed so that during survey period or study period, no obstruction from any common man or public will be raised. And this information is passed on to police authorities also to get the permission or to seek the permission for study. Traffic control devices next. So far we have seen planning, geometric design, traffic studies, volume studies, speed studies, traffic capacity study, etc. Now, major role is traffic control devices, means for regulation and control of traffic on the traffic stream, whatever the devices which are used is known as traffic control devices. That could be seen on the slide itself here. This is one type of signal in big urban cities. It is provided, means the stop signal indicating 125 seconds, means 2 minutes 5 seconds they have to stop at the signal at an intersection, and depending upon the green signal shows the indication, the vehicles have to move. The other vehicles, those who are going straight, they have to stop for 125 seconds. This time is variable, depending upon the importance at that particular intersection and number of vehicles which are approaching the intersection. That is decided. It is variable from one intersection to another intersection in the same near vicinity of that particular area in big cities. So what are the traffic control devices? One is signals. Second one, signs. Here, signs. This is written as 20, means 20 km/h is the speed limit. Likewise, other symbols that we will come across a little bit later. To introduce, photos are being displayed in front of you. Next, island. This is one type of regulating the traffic with islands. Let us take different color pen. This is island. All the vehicles have to go around this rotary island and then they have to take a turn. Thereby, there will be safety is ensured. Lastly, pavement markings. You see, this type of marking which is shown here, alternate white paint on the black top surface, even on cement concrete road or bituminous concrete roads. This is known as zebra crossing. Zebra crossing. This is meant for this area which is painted or marked with paint. Light reflecting paints are being used so that whenever the sunlight falls on this, it is visible very clearly to the road users. So pedestrian can walk over this zebra crossing when the vehicles are stopped. So that particular area is reserved for pedestrian crossing purposes in big cities. Okay, these are the 4 types of control devices. Now one by one we will see little bit in detail. The signals are of great help in regulating the traffic by imparting message to the drivers about the need to stop, give way for the vehicle which is approaching behind, and limit their speeds. So whenever they are approaching for an intersection, necessarily they have to de-accelerate or retard their speed of the vehicle so that safely they can come and stop before the zebra crossing. By that time, passengers can cross safely, comfortably, without any fear or problems. There are three types of signs. One, regulatory sign. Second, warning sign. Third, informatory sign. This regulatory sign is also known as mandatory sign because all road users should follow these signs very strictly. It is a mandatory part. In order to regulate, the name itself suggests these signs are regulate the traffic so as to ensure safety and also at the same time maintain certain average speed of all the vehicles taken together on that particular stream, especially at intersections. Warning signs. Warning signs. The name itself suggests it warns the driver that you are approaching almost nearer to a narrow bridge. You are approaching nearer to a narrow bridge. Narrow bridge. You can show narrow bridge. Or there may be humps on the road. Or there may be sharp bent curve towards left side or towards right side. All these figures are given here. See, mandatory. Let us come little bit later. First, let us introduce all the types of signs. Last one, informatory sign. What do you mean by informatory sign? The name itself suggests it gives some information about the place where you are. When you are traveling or making a journey on national highway or state highway or major district roads, when no other human beings are visible, in order to understand where we are, at least at important junctions or at important places, informatory signs are installed so that the driver will come to know that this is this place. Suppose if you want to go for a bungalow, that means retiring means in order to take rest. If you want to go to guest house or big hospital or hotels in that particular area, they are all being given with distances. Say for example, guest house is 1.8 kilometer away from this position or this location. So such sort of informations will be obtained or available for the road user who is coming from one place to another unknown place. Next, we will see all those regulatory signs, warning signs, informatory signs with figures. First of all, we shall understand a little bit more. Regulatory signs are meant to inform, as I have already said, road user of certain laws, regulations and prohibitions. The violation of this sign is a legal offense, means he will be penalized immediately. You must have come across if you are violating the traffic signs and you are moving, immediately police might have caught. Though not all, those who are not following, sometimes if police are not on duty at that location, if you have seen that there is no police and if you are left, nowadays in big cities cameras are provided, but police is not at all necessary and the police are not deployed because unnecessary money criteria, expensive. So rather that cameras will catch audio and immediately the penalty fees will reach your place in terms of or in form of receipts on mail, because your vehicle registration number, phone number, your name, location, place, addresses, everything is available. So with the help of that, office work will be carried out and it is served. Notices are served that you must pay the fine because you were violated the rules and regulations, and they will show the photograph also as a proof for you. No cross question, no argument, you have to pay. Okay, so that is about regulatory signs. Some of such signs are stop and give way sign, prohibitory signs, no parking signs. Means such signs when you are watching, you should not park the vehicle. Prohibitory signs means one way. That means it is one way. You cannot come in the other direction, opposite direction on that particular road because it is prohibitory. Overtaking is not allowed or overtaking is prohibited. In that case, you cannot overtake the vehicle. You have to go slowly only. If at all you are necessary to go on that particular road, if a slow moving vehicle is ahead of you, you have to follow with that slow speed itself, because it is regulate. In order to regulate the traffic in especially big cities, one has to compromise in some aspects. Next, speed limit and vehicle control signs. Some types of vehicle are not at all allowed on particular road in busy central marketing areas in big cities. Those vehicles are not allowed. And speed limit, if at all you are moving with the vehicle, you have to follow the speed. Even in our college, you can see speed is 20 km per hour, but still students or even faculty or any other road user may violate that. That is different entirely, but speed limit boards are invariably installed so as to provide good regulation of traffic to ensure safety ultimate. Then restriction end sign means this particular road is coming to an end. That restriction. Compulsory direction control and other signs means compulsorily you have to take right turn and then you have to move ahead. So such signs are also known as regulatory or mandatory signs. You are abide by the rules and regulations. So you see, these are all various types of signs. So when you get free time, just you look at those figures and read twice, thrice, and remember why, what is the reason, everything you can understand. Each and every figure we cannot explain as a teacher. Concept is clear, you know. Regulatory or mandatory means you have to follow it very scrupulously, otherwise you will be penalized. Stop. This type of sign when you see, you have to stop your vehicle. So this is give way, means you have to give the way for other vehicle in that particular stretch. So here right turn is prohibited. Can you see here? Right turn is prohibited. Left turn is prohibited. No turns at all. Here hairpin bend is prohibited. Here it is given mandatory that only left turn. So likewise all other signs you yourself can see and understand. Next, warning signs. Warning or cautionary sign is also known as cautionary. Regulatory is also called as mandatory, whereas warning is also known as cautionary. Means the signs are cautioning the road user that you should not go ahead. There is a valley or there is a hump. You have to slow down your movement so that you will be safe. It gives caution to the road user, to warn the road user of certain hazardous conditions. Those hazardous conditions could be anything. It is not necessary that only humps or narrow bridges, even railway crossing. There is also warning. Exists on or adjacent to the roadway. The warning signs are in the shape of an equilateral triangle with its apex pointing upwards. Means those triangles will be equilateral triangle. All the sides are equal and its apex is pointing upwards. Whenever such signs you are observing on the road, means it is warning sign. So from the shape itself, you can identify that it is warning sign. The warning signs are to be located at a sufficient distance in advance of the hazard warned against. These distances are 120, 90, 60 and 40 meter. You see, this is also very important. Until unless otherwise, until and until otherwise, if it is not installed priorly with a suitable distance, no road user can retard his movement of vehicle when he is moving at 80 km per hour or 70 km per hour. It may not be quite possible for the driver to slow down his movement. That's why such distances, depending upon the type or classification of road, 120, 90, 60 and 40 meter respectively, on national highway, state highway, MDR, ODR and VR roads are to be necessarily provided. On urban roads, the distance is 50 meter. These are the various warning signs. As I have already told, narrow bridge, you can see the figures with name. Narrow bridge, railway crossing. Here it is side road junction on left, side road junction on left, road narrows on both sides, narrow road on both sides. Here it is only towards one side, here it is zigzag, so on, so and so. You yourself can understand. If you know the concept that it gives the warning or caution to the road user, you can understand. Informatory signs. This is the last type under this. Informatory signs. These signs are used to guide the road users along routes, inform them of destination and provide with the information to make travel easier, safe and pleasant. Suppose if I am traveling in unknown place, if I come to know the information about police station or hospital nearby, nursing home or guest house, suppose if I am in trouble, definitely I can approach those authorities and I will be more happy that I got the information. I will be in pleasant mood. Some of such signs are as under: direction and place identification sign, facilities information signs, other useful information signs, parking signs, flood gauge, etc. These are all the informatory signs. You yourself, I hope, after explaining for two individual figures, you yourself can understand now. We'll stop here. We'll continue with the traffic signals in the next class. Okay. Thank you very much for patient watching. Are you enjoying the sessions? Nice. Very nice. Okay. Have a nice day.